This is that time of the year again where everyone is preparing themselves to brace the coming new year and making goals and resolutions. I'm sure everybody is ready with that. And I'm also sure that you meet so many people around you who would come and tell you, oh my God, you're again making those resolutions. And I'm sure you will not stick to it or nobody follows them. This is just a social media, thing which is going on everywhere. It's like a fad. But let me tell you, resolutions are always made with a clear intention to achieve success and growth in life. And anybody who sticks to them, anybody who sticks to that goal has only seen an upward trajectory in their life, right? So why not let's normalize that resolutions are not meant to be broken. And if you are one of those persons who really wants to achieve and see a successful life in the coming year, you are absolutely in the right place. Now you must be wondering that why this new year? Sometimes people also joke about like Mondays are the new years of everyone's life, because all of us keep on planning that from this Monday I'll start my jogging, or this Monday I will join my swimming lessons on, and the list is like endless, right? But let me tell you, if this is the time where you make this as one of your reasons, or bring that energy, everybody is in that vibe and that mood and that energy, why not capitalize and utilize that frame of your mind and work on your own self? But before that, आप सभी को सुष्मिता का प्यार भरा नमस्ते and welcome back to Thrive with Sushmita. In today's video, we will be talking about some tips and tricks which will help you to achieve your goals, or let me tell you, to tick all those resolutions that you are making for the year 2025, and it will make easier for you to achieve all of them, right? So if we talk about the first thing that you really need to do is about quarterly pursuits, or maybe you can call it as quarterly quests, right? Now, what does this mean? See, when we plan, or when we write, or when we define our goals and resolutions for a new year, we always tend to write it like, okay, so for the year 2025, I will be like become an expert in like swimming, or maybe I will be doing this certification in the year 2025. So when you talk about these 12 months or 365 days, the term becomes, the duration is like longer, right? So your brain sometimes does not take it in a way like, acha, bahut time pada hai. And then let's say if you intend to learn swimming this year, you'll feel, oh my God, January, February, it's going to be cold, so I'll start from March. And when March comes, oh, I forgot to pick up the form. Oh, I forgot to do this. Let's do it in the next month. And when the next month you start, something or the other creeps in and it starts getting delayed. And by the time you realize ki, oh my God, this was one of the things that I really wanted to do this year, you will feel that you don't have much time left and it's already November. So why not divide it into quarters? Like, let's say 90 days, you can call it like a 90 days program or 12-week plan, and divide it into quarters. When you divide it into quarters, it becomes like, you can easily see it, and you can put your goals in that way that you can easily achieve, not easily achieve it, but then you can track it easily because you know your time frame. So whatever like 3 or 4 goals that you have, the important or the priority goals, you can divide it into like quarterly goals. For this quarter, I need to do this. You can divide it into work and life. So life as in you can do something for your personal development or any life skill, as I spoke about swimming, or maybe driving, or maybe cooking, or maybe just baking a cake, right? Spending more time with family, anything, your goals, you're the only person who can define your goals, right? And when it comes to work, maybe doing a certification, doing a course, preparing for an interview, learning English, enhancing your vocabulary. See, whatever your needs are, you can plan it accordingly. According to Keith Webb, a leadership coach and author, Annual goals can be overwhelming and often end up taking longer than expected. So because we think that okay, बहुत time पड़ा है and हम आज करते हैं, हम कल करते हैं, in that आज और कल में बहुत सारा time निकल जाता है. He advocates for setting quarterly goals instead, as they are more immediate and actionable. So this approach allows for regular assessment and adjustment, making it easier for you to stay on track. It helps you to you will find it easier because you know that in next 90 days or next 12 weeks I need to plan, or I need to do, like if I know that for JFM or for January, February, March quarter, I have to learn driving. So I would take an action or an immediate action in the first week of January, that I go to a driving school, register myself, and I start taking action on it. But if I think that, okay, I will be learning driving in 2025 and something will creep in January and I would say, let me do it in February. And then again, something creeps in February and I would say like, okay, let me do it in March. So when you set quarterly goals, you can plan it accordingly and you will not be overwhelmed with the process and you will start taking actions for it immediately. The second tip I would like to give you is weekly reviews. Now, what does this weekly review means? Now, weekly review means when you have set your quarterly goals or your quarterly quests, what you can do is you can review your goals every week. Let's say it's just a 10 minutes or 20 minutes exercise. Please don't make it long or a lot of hours and time that you waste on it and then you become very overwhelmed with every writing, every detail. Keep it short and a 20 minutes or let's say 10 minutes thing where whatever goals you had set for the week. Now, how many have you been able to achieve them, and what is your plan for the coming week, and where are you heading to, right? आप किस direction में जा रहे हैं? क्या आपके goals और आपके actions are in the same direction? Because what happens is, see, we all have aspirations, and for those aspirations to get fulfilled, we need to take actions. Now, what happens is, most of the people, in most of the cases, there is a gap between aspirations and actions. So when there is this gap, that is the process where dissatisfaction creeps in and you feel कि अरे कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है, कोई progress नहीं है, कोई growth नहीं है. But you're not realizing कि आप जो अपने लिए goals set कर रहे हो, उसके लिए unless and until you're accountable to your own self, you don't review yourself, then things might get really, really difficult. According to David Allen, the creator of the Getting Things Done productivity method, he emphasizes the importance of weekly review with his famous quote, which says, "The weekly review is the secret weapon of personal productivity." He highlights that this regular practice helps you to stay on top of your tasks, clear your mind, and ensure you are aligned with your goal. Now, let me give this with the same example as I started, like in the beginning, that I want to take driving lessons for 2025. Now, if that's my JFM goal, I have divided into quarters, that I have to start it and learn it by the end of 90 days or 12 weeks, correct? So in the first week itself, I went to the driving school and maybe registered myself. Now, when I sat for a weekly review, I saw that this was my goal, that I wanted to learn driving, and I went to the driving school and I've already registered myself. But from when am I starting? Did I start it? If I've started it, great, you can just tick it off. If I've not started it, when do I need to begin? What are my timings? How will I plan it? How do I block the timings? So in that case, I am answerable to myself. So I started this, and then have I actually done the action which I really needed to take? So see how these are all related, like quarterly pursuits you had, and then depending on that, when you started doing your weekly reviews, you were answerable and you did not deviate from the goal or your track which will take you to achieve your goal. The next tip is the morning directive. Now, the morning directive it's a kind of a morning ritual or a morning routine that we all talk about. It can be as like, a minute or 2 minute work, which after getting up, like whatever you do, I mean your prayers or a walk, or when you need to start your day, you sit down with that book of yours wherein your goals and your roadmap and your things to be done is written, or you have it, you sit with it, and you can see that, okay, today I need to achieve this for me. Okay, like again, the same example, if I take that, I really need to learn driving. So for today, speak to the or go and meet the driving school, submit the documents, take a date. So if I have this written, I know that it has set the tone for the day, and I know how I will be working from throughout my day to make it productive. Now all of us work. I absolutely believe that हम सभी काम करते हैं, हम सभी मेहनत करते हैं, but then some of us get results and some don't. Sometimes we feel, oh my god, how lucky he is, but you have no idea that behind that being lucky, how much work that person does, how much planning he does, how he sorts, how he prioritizes, how he works. So we have to bring that in ourselves. So the morning directive, or you can call it a kind of a journal or a manifesto which plans your day. It can be very small things that you want to do, along with the bigger goals or the goals that you have set for your quarter or those 90 days. For those goals, what are the steps you need to take today? Aaj, all of you must have heard that जो करना है वो आज ही करना है. There is no tomorrow. So today I need to do this, and have I achieved them? Was I able to do it? If not, again tomorrow, it becomes that in my morning thing, and I really need to achieve it today. Of course, there can be some unavoidable circumstances for those days. Keeping into consideration of those, I'm telling you that every day when you make such pointers, it not only helps you to program yourself for the day, but also it takes you an inch closer to your goals. The next tip is your work. So focus journal will help you to plan, as in, like, let me explain this to you with an example. Suppose the goal for me for this quarter is that I really want to start writing, or maybe I want to start writing a book, or poetries or something which I have been planning to do for a longer period of time. Now this is important to me, but this is not urgent for me, right? Like, I want to write a book, I want to start writing, but this is not something which I am considering it as an urgent work that I need to do. Now what happens when I keep on thinking कि अच्छा okay, I'll start today, मैं आज करती हूँ, मैं कल करती हूँ, मैं परसों करती हूँ. So in this process, वो जो काम है वो हमेशा पीछे रह जाता है. It always takes a back seat. So when I've decided that for this quarter, if I really want to start writing a book, what I need to do is I have to block some time. So sometimes we have our own ways. I have my own Excel sheet, or maybe Google Docs, where I plan that, okay, so in all this hustle and bustle and working, because I'm a working professional, I am a teacher, I work, so and then you have some family responsibilities. So from where will I take out those time, where that time where I can sit down and just focus myself on this important but not urgent aspect of my life? So when you focus journal, or you make your priority list, this way you really need to block timings for yourself, so that you can do that job, right? That will not only help you to reach closer to your goals, but will also give you a feeling of uh, a dopamine release of achieving that work. See, most of the times what happens is that anticipation is important. Like, when I really want to feel कि मुझे ये काम करना है, what releases dopamine for me is the end results. I don't know, usually what happens is कि after achieving that result, usually the process is beautiful. I would like to add one point here. When Durga Puja in Bengal finishes, like after 4 days, and when whoever I meet, they would be telling me, oh my god, puja just ended. Once the puja begins, you feel that puja has ended, right? So But that preparation, those 7 days, 8 days, 10 days, usually it starts like 2 months of preparations. That is so beautiful. So this focusing, when you keep on anticipating the entire the result of it, and that you start enjoying the process, this is going to really, really be helpful for you. The next is planning social events. See, this is an era of distractions. Okay, I really don't want you to get into the trap of monotony and get a complete burnout. So it is very, very important that you plan your social life. Keep it, but again, you plan it and then stick to it. Okay, let's say you can plan a weekly or a bi-weekly brunch for yourself every Sunday. So that way you meet your friends, you're socializing, you're going out, you're eating out. But after that, those next 10 days or 15 days, you cannot make those random plans. You need to stick with what you're doing. You need to channelize your energy into what you have been planning. Correct? So this way, when this social outings and those, let's say if I plan that every 15 days or bi-weekly, I would invite all my friends for a party at my home, maybe for some board games, or maybe for some chit chat, or maybe for let's say just having dinner together. So this will energize my battery. I will not feel, oh my God, in this process of achieving my goals, I'm left behind and I don't have a social life and I don't meet my friends and I don't get to talk to them and I don't get to, whatever interactions we have. So it is important that you strategically, according to your resources and the time available, plan it. That's going to be an energy booster for you, and then you will look forward for that time. You will start respecting it even more, and you will work hard for those next 15 days, so that you know that you're going to get a break sooner. So this is also one of the very good way that you stick to what you are doing, and it will help you to achieve your goals in a better way. The next point can be stacking your tasks and multitasking. Now, please, I am actually not trying to say that up multitask कीजिए, and people who multitask are great, because see, initially I was also a person who would be channelizing my energy together into 4 5 tasks which I was doing. But eventually I realized that it is better that I channelize my energy into one task at a stretch. Now it depends. Let's say if I'm spending time with my family, or maybe I'm writing the first draft for my for publishing my paper, or maybe just a book. Okay, in that case I cannot be doing a multitask, or maybe dividing my attention to two different things which are equally important, right? So what I can do is I can make some uh, work, like, see, when I'm traveling in the car, if I know that this is my day, I already have my morning routine, that I know what is the to-do list that I really need to do. At that point of time, I text my team members who needs to do what, and what is the thing, what is the time for the meeting today. I would text to my clients with whom I have a meeting. So I'm utilizing that time of my travel to work, which takes around 40 to 45 minutes. So, or maybe if I'm doing the laundry, I would always play some music, because that will also help me to relax. So this way, whatever work you have, so if you plan it in this way, your work and your pleasure, you are able to pertain it to both, and that ways there is no monotony or that burnout feeling coming into you, and you can very well enjoy both parts of your life. So as 2025 is nearing, it is very, very important that we keep checking our goals, dividing it, working on it, and making sure that by the year of end of 2025 we have been able to achieve most of it. Believe me, consistency is the key. If you do this, plan it and do it every single day, let me tell you, at the end of the year, nobody will be able to recognize. अभी आपको लगता होगा कि oh my god, एक साल है, but let me tell you, every year when the year ends, most of us will be telling, अरे ये साल कितनी जल्दी गुजर गया, पता ही नहीं चला. And there will be so many memes on social media. It was January, and then January, and boom, it's December. So time just flies, आपको पता ही नहीं चलेगा. So it's better you plan it, and those 365 days I'm sure any goal that you pick up and you divide it into the tips that we spoke today and plan it and work on it, being consistent with a sense of gratitude, with a sense of being happy working, right? As you know, sometimes when people ask me, "Oh, you had a long day, you must be tired," and I'm absolutely tired. I always tell them that I am not tired of getting tired. I'm happily tired because I enjoy my work. So start enjoying it, start doing it. Be consistent, be happy, be grateful, and I'm sure the year 2025 is going to bring a lot of happiness into your life, and it is going to help you to achieve your goals. Write it down, work on it, and achieve them all. See you soon in the next video. Till then, take care, keep learning, and keep thriving. Thank you so much.